Can you hear me all right, Blake? I was going to wait for more people to get in here. Oh, man. I'm telling you, man, this is the one. I wouldn't go to the Nationals. I wouldn't go to any of them. This and Indy are my two. Every year I'm going. From now until they just don't have them anymore. I got a new shirt. Back of this shirt is ridiculous. Oh, I'll put the link in if anybody wants to jump in. I don't know if you guys can see the link on there or not. Met Chris today. Talked to him. We hung out for a little bit. Got a new sign for the shop. And the camera on this laptop is not as good as the one at home. It's crazy because you're walking around this ginormous car show with all these beautiful cars. In the background, you got drag racing going on all day, constant. And then most of the time, while the drag racing's going on, you got the guys doing the Dodge thrill rides in the Hellcats and shit. It's just crazy, man. Just the sounds. I mean, you just. And then the swap meet was huge. They had a huge vendor area. I'm gonna go. I didn't get any pictures. I was just too. I'm going back tomorrow, probably in the morning before we leave out. I'll pay my money to go in. I'm going to hit the swap meet, see if there's anybody willing to throw some deals on stuff that they don't want, don't want to pack home. Then I'm going to get some pictures of some of the cars. But don't think I'm making a video on it though. It's just too much. I'll leave that up to the professionals. I think it's the same. There's $20 to get in. It ain't nothing for, especially, Saturday. Hell, it goes from 8 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. It's just 12 hours of crazy Mopar overload. I was going to see if Ruben wanted to jump in. He usually likes getting on these, but I don't think he's on Facebook right now. Gotta do Facebook on my phone. Oh, 26 minutes. He's probably around. Let's see if Johnny Moparty. Yeah, I ain't talked to him in a while. There he is. Oh, the Sunday prices on parts. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to get some deals. That's my plan tomorrow. Well, you guys see the sign that I got. I'm not going to show it. Well, I got a picture of it. Did I send that to you, Blake? I can't put stuff up because I'm not on my computer. No, I sent you that picture of that van, though, didn't I? That van was nuts. Here, Blake, I'm going to send you a picture of the sign I got. You're back. I didn't know you left. I was talking to you. I was talking to somebody. I don't know. Not got any people in here? Oh, yeah, 3. 2. Oh, the wife's here. She's right over there. I guess Peckerwood left. Damn it, I didn't see his message. Or Blake left. I don't know. Well, that was you, Blake, wasn't it? Yeah. What the hell did you just send me? Oh, that's funny. No, it's oh yeah, that sign's going up in my shop. I gotta make room for it though. I think I'm gonna have to move some stuff around. Got no audio on my phone. Can you hear me all right, Blake? Am I quiet? I don't even know if Blake's in here. Oh, are you still in there? Yeah, now it's showing one person. Just you. There'll be a way you can get a list.
Oh, it says Peckerwood's there. And Battery.
Huh. Live viewers too. Huh. Yeah, it's showing. You know how it shows it up in the corner? It's only showing 2. Now it's showing 3. It must have a lag or something to it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It never matters to me. Oh, here, I'll send you that too, Blake. That's what the back of this shirt looks like. It's like a damn billboard. It's the most Mopar shirt on the planet. I look like a goddamn billboard. I only bought it because it was thin, because it was humid as hell. Uh-oh. I don't know what I saw today. I saw so much, Jed. Oh, it was crazy. What color is this charger? Oh, hey, what's up, Mopar Nut? Wow, people actually showing up. Guess I'll throw this up there too. If anybody wants to jump in. If not, I'm fine. Just tired. I might have seen that. I'll look around. I'm going back tomorrow. I don't know if he's going to be there tomorrow, but I'm going back tomorrow because I didn't take any pictures, nothing. I was just, the swap meet was huge. Not like indie huge or anything like that, but it was a lot bigger than it was last time. What'd you have going on today, Blake? Mr. Foots. I'm surprised you didn't come on down to Bowling Green. I actually trimmed up my beard and stuff for this. It was like I'm going to church or something. There he is. There he is.
Do I have to have my camera on?
Yes. It's a law or something.
I hate having a fucking camera on. God dang it. too far.
Oh, I didn't show you. I didn't send you my new sign, did I? I can't. I'm on her laptop right now, so I can't send stuff on here. I gotta send this to you, Jed. And my ridiculous shirt that I'm wearing. Okay,
It's pretty awful, dude. I'm a Mopar guy, and that shirt's pretty awful.
you haven't seen anything yet.
That shirt is just.
You have not seen where are you at? There you are. You have not seen anything yet. You haven't seen the back. Here's the sign.
Oh God.
The back is ridiculous.
Christ. Oh, that's fucking atrocious. I would not have bought. I don't care how diehard of a Mopar guy you are. That's too much.
I bought it. You know why I bought it? The only reason I bought it, because this isn't my style, this colorful crap, but it's thin. It's really, really thin. And I was sweating.
Sweat.
Oh man, it was back sweat. It was so bad out here today. It not just swamp ass. It's just swamp from the back of your neck down to your ankles. It was bad.
Were your back titties sweating?
Yes. Back titties, front titties.
This is why I hate face cams. I can see my uneven fucking mustache.
Oh. It's not uneven. It's fine. Here, hold on. Let me fix it. There.
Yeah.
I fixed it for you.
Thank you.
You got a spot of like a sesame seed or something. I don't know what she does on this laptop.
I don't know either. It also looks like I've got some white hairs kind of like right here.
I got a couple of those around here somewhere. I don't know. They're hard to see.
Oh, I can't see them on yours. You look fine.
Did you? Oh my God. Did you guys, Rapid Transit, what's up? Did you guys see Tony's video?
No, I haven't watched anything. But I just want to say it. I'm not looking at Chad. So if you guys say hi to me,
If they say hi to you, I'll pop it up here in the screen.
I was going to say, I can actually,
Nobody really likes you that much anyway.
I came over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but it was all about how batteries and battery fires and stuff. The best thing about this video is this dude left a comment and it said, you scared my wife so bad, she put her sock drawer 50 feet out in the yard.
What's that got to do with anything?
Batteries. What about keeping her sock drawer?
Oh.
It was hilarious. Yeah, the EV video. He did make a little bit of a point, though, but, nobody will listen.
Yeah, I ain't super worried about it.
I'm not either, because I probably won't own one of the pieces of shit.
Oh, neither.
I got bad credit. I can't afford one anyway.
Huh. I turned StreamYard's deal on. My screen is like super bright. And it lights up my face.
Oh. You can watch it on YouTube, though, can't you? Oh, it's got the delay, though.
Yeah, if I go to YouTube, I gotta watch the delay in my voice. Hi, Sherry. But I'm not as lit up. I guess I can do this. I could take that guy. Oh.
I gotta get a lamp like this. My face isn't glowing like it is at home.
There we go. It's too much.
No, we wanted to do the thrill rides, and they might be doing them tomorrow. But the line for those things is so long.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's free. I just don't want to stand in line for 2 hours just to go drifting with somebody else driving in a Hellcat. Make me pee my pants or something.
I kind of wanted to know if Weston made it or not, but I don't want to call him.
I don't even know. I don't know who he is,
He's a big dude. He's got 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's a big guy. He'd fit in with you and me and William. He's got a big old beard. He's really nice, really cool. For a guy with that many subscribers and be that cool, I was pretty impressed by him and his brother.
I have to say one thing, and I know that guy ain't gonna watch, but I don't care where you are in a swap meet or how hot it is. It is not acceptable for old fat guys to sit there with no shirt on
Oh no,
trying
that's
to sell
gross.
their stuff. Yeah, I was just like, dude had a small block tunnel ram, and I was like, I won't even go over there. I'm lying. I did go over. He wanted $350 for it.
Eh.
I was like,
Which one was it?
the Hawaiian one with the ribbed bottom.
Same one I got. I kind of wish I would have kept that Mopar M1 small block one just because it's a Mopar, even though they're garbage.
Yeah.
Because they are garbage.
2. There was a 73 satellite for sale and a 74 satellite for sale.
Oh.
They weren't in good shape or nothing, but one of them was like $3,000 and one was like $4,000. I saw Dylan.
Did you see the guy in my fucking last video's comment?
Which one?
The one he's like, what the hell is that on your head?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. It's like, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I understand you're not a long-term subscriber, so you don't know. But,
you don't just blurt it out like that.
Yeah, because clearly it's not a fucking bandage. So
yeah.
At first I was like, I'm going to play this off kind of, nonchalantly, like not a big deal. And then I was like, it kind of fucking irritates me. So I wrote that detailed comment about what that is.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of hoping he was sitting there at home and he was reading that and he was like, oh, I'm a douche.
I'm a douchebag. Goddamn.
Yep. I just made a joke about a guy who went through cancer.
I don't know. Was he really making a joke or was he just asking? I don't know if he was just asking out of curiosity, but usually stuff like that, I don't ask out of curiosity,
Yeah.
You have the what's the word? Decorum not to do that.
Decorum?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a word I just thought of. I don't know what the actual word is.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like you're nice enough not to ask about shit. Like you don't have all these people in here. Hey, Badtree. Hey, Dust Devil. Why didn't you go to fucking teeth? Well,
yeah,
because I grew up poor.
Well, we all grew up poor.
Couldn't go to the dentist. Never.
I grew up as a poor black child.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look at his whatever he sent me.
There was a woman there today, and I'm fat. Okay.
Yeah.
This woman had to go almost 400 pounds.
Damn.
Okay. And she was wearing a spandex tube top and spandex shorts. Okay, I'm fat, but you notice my shirt is like I'm swimming in it. I don't wear tight-fitting clothing. I don't walk around with a shirt.
Why? Why would you put that fucking image in my head?
Oh, it was bad because I've had it in my head all day and I have to pass it on.
Dude.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. It would have been worse. What would have been worse is I've seen this where they got like women wear those leggings and they're like tan, they're like flesh colored. And you're like, what? Or look like she's not wearing any pants. At least her stuff was black. It wasn't. If it was flesh colored, I'd have been like.
Now, were her clothes as tight fitting as Tony's t-shirts?
Worse, it was spandex, dude.
Oh.
And it was stretched. I'm telling you.
Blake wants to know about Moparty. I'm gonna keep derailing it so he doesn't get to know. Should have gone, fucker.
Moparty. That's what I'm talking about. Is Moparty. Well, yeah, I was talking about the big chick, but I don't. You might not have been in here, Blake. It's like this is my one thing. I go to Indy and I go to Moparty every year. I'm going to do that every year until they quit having them.
You've only been to Indy once, Brian.
I've been to Indy more than once. I've only been to Indy once with you. Yeah, consecutively.
Yeah.
The second one wasn't my fault, but no. But I've only been to this twice consecutively because I've only had two.
Okay, dude, leave me the fuck alone. Stop fucking messaging me on Facebook. I don't care. It's freaking 11 o'clock at night. Why are you messaging me?
I'm sorry. Oh,
No, not you, Brian.
but yeah, it's like you've got huge car show with awesome cars everywhere, and there was a lot of ratty stuff too. You know, they weren't all just show cars.
Yeah.
And then you got drag racing going on constant the whole time. So if you want to stop and watch some drag racing, you ain't got to wait. It's going on, and you're hearing it. And then most of the time, you've got the thrill rides going on, so you're hearing the guys drifting around. It's a whole sensory experience. You can't go anywhere where you don't smell burnt rubber. It's awesome. It's just awesome.
It kind of reminds me of Roadkill Nights. That's pretty much what it is when they had it in Kansas City.
Yeah.
It had drag racing. It had the thrill rides. The only thing it didn't have was a swap meet. It had a car show. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah. You got the swap meet thing. Like I said, there was some people selling some stuff for decent prices too.
I only really go for swap meets. I don't really care about looking at cars. I don't really care about watching people drag race that much with someone I know and all that other shit. Yeah.
The one guy had, I guess he said it was out of and I guess the one pieces are different. It was out of a 71 Charger, all the hard plastic pieces, the bottom door panels. He actually had upper rear panels, the bottom rear panels, and then the ones that go up by the window. He wanted 175 for all of it, and it all looked perfect.
Daggone.
Yeah. I forgot to go back by it because if he still had that whenever I was leaving, if he still got it tomorrow, I'm getting it, even though I don't need it. I'll get it and resell it.
Yes, the Mocan swap meet is always a good time. I love how you're chatting on the YouTube thing, but you're not chatting, and I'm watching you sit there and flap your lips.
Who?
You.
No.
No. You are the delay.
Oh, the delay. Oh,
it's
okay.
Amazing. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. This weekend is Moparty is the same weekend as our big car show here in town. So there's no way that we'll probably ever go to Moparty. Even though I don't go to the car show, I don't enter nothing because they raised the price to $40 to enter. But I don't know. Bowling Green's a long ways away, so screw that.
Yeah. It's an experience.
Yeah. I don't think it's that much of an experience for me, at least. Especially since I'm mostly a swap meet guy.
Well, that's the thing, Blake. You bring your shit out. Race. It's kind of expensive to race, but then when you think about it, because it's like $20 a day to get in.
Ain't bad.
Yeah. And it's $120 to race.
Oh.
But that's racing. You're making runs all weekend. So you're there for 3 days. So you're thinking if you were there anyway, you pay your $60 to get in, you're paying $60 to race. So.
Also be a long way to haul a race car, because you definitely wouldn't want to drive the car you're racing there.
No, not that far.
No.
I don't care how good of a car it is.
Yeah, because God forbid you break something and you don't have a truck and trailer ready to go, you'd be really screwed.
Well, that's like Chris. I got to talk to Chris and hang out with Chris for a while. He's cool.
Oh, Albrecht?
Yeah. He might actually jump in here because he's packing up, and his flight, he flew into Nashville, had to rent a car and then drive about 2 hours down here. So he's thinking about he's packing up and he's just gonna drive to the airport and wait and sleep on the flight home and shit. But he might jump in here and just while he's, I don't know if he's gonna do it while he's driving. I don't know.
Did you and him get to dock?
Yeah, we hung out. No, we didn't dock. We talked.
That is on live video. Everybody caught that. Ryan said he docked with Chris Albrecht.
No, he's a cool guy though.
Was he cool to dock with though?
No, I didn't do that, so I don't know.
Okay, what happens at Moparty stays at Moparty.
Mm-hmm. That's the other cool thing is like we just went up to Walmart because I didn't bring my headset, so I had to buy a new headset. Fucking at least 4 or 5 old fucking Mopars drive just cruising around.
Yeah.
It's like you don't see that shit every day.
Well, last night was the open cruise for here in Ottawa.
Yeah.
The night before, anybody can cruise down Main Street and shit. It's still open, so whatever. And it's full of old cars, mostly street rods and shit like that. Stuff that gives me no interest. Stuff that's quiet, got AC running in their radio. Old guys, 90, 80-year-old dudes in their fucking $100,000 street rod from the 90s.
Yeah.
But every once in a while you see a cool Mopar. My buddy Jesse was braiding me until I finally hopped in the Duster. And I went and met him at the Walmart parking lot. We were looking at an all original, like Hemi Super B, a 69. And I was cruising around with Jesse and his uncle. And then when they left to go back home, I was getting ready to head back to the house. And I saw a very familiar red and white Charger pass me. And I flipped a bitch and caught up with him and his dad. And we were cruising together, and we had some little Rice Rocket Honda piece of shit decide he was going to try and drag race us, and I got the Duster to fucking squall the tires.
Oh, your Duster?
Yeah, my Duster.
Nice.
Yeah, it squalled the tires.
I was actually, can you not find gold small block Moroso valve covers? They don't make them.
They don't make them anymore.
There was 2 sets of gold valve covers, and I'm like, every time I catch one out of my eye, I run up to it, hoping it's a small block set, because I'm like, I'm going to get these and trade them to Jed for something. So whenever you build the small block, you can put the gold Morosos on it too. I don't know if they fit on your heads or not, though.
They would. That's what I want to run on there is gold Morosos or blue or reds. And I had a set of blues and I had a set of reds. And I let them all go, and I regret it. I really want a set of golds, but I don't really give a fuck. I'll take any color I get.
Yeah, they were all big blocker. I would have picked them up. I'd have picked them up for you.
I got lots of big block ones.
There's a lot of big block stuff. I mean, it's like almost making me want to change my mind, but not enough.
Big block stuff is plentiful and not that expensive. Sorry, I'm going to eBay. Now you got me looking at fucking shit.
Okay. I don't care.
Didn't do it.
No, that was somebody sending me a message. I wonder who that was.
Well, that's an NOS set of red Morosos. It's a little expensive. What?
Boy. What does that say? Pickle me Duddy? It was pickle me and a D something, and then they taped over it to say Duddy after that.
Oh.
What does Duddy do with pickles? I don't know. Why am I asking this question?
Well, what Duddy does is what any man does when he's challenged. He takes the pickle, inserts it up his butthole, and he has to walk across the room. And if at any point the pickle falls out, you must grab it, take a bite of it, reinsert it, attempt to walk again, and if it falls out again, you take another bite, you reinsert it, and you do this over and over.
That is not my kind of game.
It's a Clerks 2 reference, dude.
Yeah, I know. But why do you want to see a guy with no pants on?
Well, you don't?
Well, you got to watch him to make sure he's doing the challenge.
What's wrong with watching a dude with no pants on?
It's just wrong.
I didn't say nothing about him not having underwear on.
Well, then that would hold the pickle in there and he'd win every time.
No, I mean, he could technically insert the pickle into between his butt cheeks and his underwear.
Yeah, but then would it really be that bad?
Well, taking a bite out of it wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah.
Oh. Small block Morosos for $100, and they're chrome.
Chrome.
I could live with the chrome ones. They don't leak as bad. They're really heavy steel.
There was somebody put up on Facebook that they were there at the swap meet and they took a picture of their swap meet, what they had. This was just a little thing. They had all their stuff on the ground. But it's a bunch of small block stuff, and he had a set of my valve covers, those Edelbrock valve covers.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like running through the swap meet looking for that. I couldn't find them. He must have sold them. I got to find me another set of those.
When you see him, you got to buy them, man.
Yep. That's what I decided.
Holy shit, this guy wants $50 to ship these things? Not happening. You can't. That's not even right. It doesn't cost $50 to ship valve covers.
Oh, that's what they do on eBay, though.
I know.
That's how they make their money.
Oh,
People see, oh, $50, click, buy. Oh, wait, how did I just spend $100? And now I'm committed.
Oh my, what the hell do those fit? It's like a normal velocity stack, but for like a one barrel. Like the actual opening of the velocity stacks, like for a normal Holly 4 barrel, it's huge. And then it necks down to this itty bitty little baby hole. I got really excited. I may have found my freaking velocity stacks.
Can you cut them down to where that hole is and it gets bigger as it goes up?
No. I really want a pair of like cast aluminum velocity stacks, real short ones, like what they used on the Hemi cars, or Offenhauser makes them. They're just out of stock.
That is the one thing you would not like about this car show, about this whole show, is all of the modern Hemis and stuff, because there's a lot.
Oh, yeah. I talked to Weston about that for his Charger, and I was like, just keep it old school, dude. And just keep it old school, and people will appreciate that more.
Now, there's like some really cool shit, too.
There's some things I could talk about Weston's deal, but I don't know how secretive it needs to be, so I'm not going to say too much. According to John Elliott says, could have my friend powder coat him. Problem is you never get the gold powder coat to look like gold anodizing. Gold anodizing is a look all of its own. Like you can do like gold candy paint and you can get it fairly close, but it'll never be right.
Now, are those aluminum? Are those valve covers aluminum?
They're stamped aluminum. They're just like that Mopar cover I gave you.
Okay.
Yeah, they're super thin.
You could have them anodized.
I could, but you can't anodize steel.
Yeah, you'd have to find an aluminum set, and if you had an aluminum set, they'd probably already be anodized.
Yeah. I keep hearing audio. That must be the stream. Okay, yeah, that's HG stream still playing.
Oh, I would say it might be the air conditioner on in here. I don't know.
No, it's voices.
Noisy ass refrigerator in this hotel room. That'd be the only thing that would bother me about bringing a race car out here, is I don't have it. If I had an enclosed trailer, it wouldn't bother me, but I wouldn't want to stay at a hotel with my race car sitting outside on an open trailer all night.
Yeah. Jay likes Mopar Performance and Mickey Thompson. Those are actually the two valve covers I can't stand the most because they're so damn common. Every single Mopar will have either MTs or Mopar Performance valve covers. I like stuff that's different. I have my very first set of Mickey Thompson valve covers I bought, which were the very first thing I ever bought for my 73 Satellite, the first performance aftermarket part I ever bought. I still have them. I won't sell them. And I like MTs. I like my Hemi MT street covers because they're extremely rare. But I don't think I'll ever put MTs back onto an engine. just because, you know, when you want to go retro, that's the number one valve cover you go for. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Well, it's like those Cal Customs are the same way.
You just said, yeah.
You said that's the ones you always go. It's the one everybody goes for, right?
And then I said, am I wrong?
Oh, no, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I know I'm not wrong. I know my
Agreeing with your
market.
statement. Mopar Man 78, I've been to that swap meet. That's a big son of a bitch. Springfield,
tried it.
Missouri. Not a lot of
Yeah.
Mopar stuff there, though.
Yeah, I try to stick to Mopar only swap meets. Like Lawrence, 20 miles away from me, it has a huge swap meet. Lots of killer deals. But the only Mopar booth belongs to my buddy Jesse, typically. And it's kind of cool to walk around, maybe get some good deals on Holly carburetors, but you ain't finding that in Mopar. That's why I go to Indy. Because when you go to Indy, you don't have to look at everything and be like, is that Chevy? Is that Ford? Is that Mopar? No, it's all Mopar.
Yeah, it's all Mopar.
Except for that one idiot who brings Chevy or Ford stuff.
Well, that's pretty much it. I think me and Sherry figured it out that there's nothing else we're going to. There's nothing else happening until Indy. So like the only little weekend trips we'd be making is like to come out and see you and buy parts off of you or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Might go up and harass Blake again or something. I don't know. He's fun to harass. I'll wait. I'll wait till Jabo builds that huge ass new garage. So.
Yes, Jabo sent me a private message, and he said if Brian comes back, tell him the code to my house so he can sleep with me at night.
No, I don't want to do that.
You don't want to sleep with Jabo?
No, our beards would get tangled up.
That's the point.
No.
You don't want to tangle beards with Jabo?
No.
Dude, you're gonna break his heart.
Huh.
You want to break Jabo's heart?
He's old. I'm sure his heart's been broke before.
Dude.
What?
Don't break Jabo's heart. It's an honor to have Papa Stash come into your life.
We were going to go down to that thing at Tony's, but they postponed that because they got too many people. They had like 700 people.
Well, I wonder what he was expecting, because he has such a large viewer base and they all worship the ground he walks on. Of course, it's going to be a huge thing.
I mean, they said Kathy was saying that there was people booking flights from other countries to come over. I'm like, what? Just to hang out with a greasy Italian dude.
Well, that's the one problem I do have with YouTube in general is people, you watch a guy on YouTube and you start to kind of, I don't know, worship him, I guess, in a sense. You treat them like movie stars. When in reality, a YouTuber is literally just a dude with a camera. It's no high budget deal. It's just a guy with a freaking camera. And no YouTuber should ever be treated like a freaking movie star.
I have to ask, can you guys hear my wife snoring in the background? It's fucking hilarious. Okay, anyway. I will watch this tomorrow. Oh, here, I'll be quiet.
I love how, and that's why you peruse every page on eBay. That is going to be an easy doubling of the never mind. That's why it's that cheap.
Shipping? They doing the shipping thing again, or is it fucked up? What is it? What are you looking at?
It was a Hemi rat roaster, and it was like $150. Which, I can sell that for about $350, $400 probably. But it had this weld that kind of ran from one end to the other end where it exploded.
Oh.
Pretty bad.
There was a dude at the swap meet. I think he was here last year too, though. And I'm pretty sure he goes to Indy. He's just got nothing but like exotic Mopar intakes.
Oh, I bet you I know who that is.
I didn't even look at the prices because I'm like, you're going to want way too. If that's all you got, he knows what it is. And
I know a guy.
Jacking up the prices.
I know a guy who goes to just about every single swap meeting. He's got Mopar stuff. He'll have the intakes laid out. He'll have like 50 intakes, and they're all the intakes everybody wants. They're exotic. They're cool. But everything is like $2,000 and up.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him actually sell anything. His name's like Brent or something.
That sign that I bought, I mean, it's big. It's that was the picture I sent you. That's sitting in the trunk of the Charger. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised that guy sells, because I would always, I like it, but I normally wouldn't spend that kind of money that I spent on it.
What was that sign cost you?
$130.
I'm gonna pretend like you said $30.
I just wanted it really bad.
I would
And the
not
wife
take
was like,
that.
The wife was like, "We have the money. Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want it." She goes, "Okay, let's go get it." I'm like,
Oh, Brian.
I wanted it. When you want stuff, I'm not going to tell you what this shirt costs.
If you paid more than you probably paid, I want to imagine.
Take a guess.
I really hope you didn't pay more than $50 for that shirt.
No, that's exactly what I paid for this shirt.
I kind of figured.
And like I said, I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't for the fact that I was fucking swamp monster from the back of my neck all the way down.
Well, it happens. We need to do like a fitness program with you, me, and William. We can all start doing yoga, and we can get like those tight, stretchy pants.
No.
And then we'll have a chat. We'll do it on my channel, because then they can send us money, and people can pay us to not do certain things.
You're like, oh. I did see the.
No, it's all bend over.
I've actually seen one in person now. The General Lee jump cars that they make.
Oh yeah.
They make them out of Crown Vics.
Yeah, your wife is snoring.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Because I'm gonna be like, hey, watch this, honey. You're snoring in the background. But no, and I was thinking about it, because I'm like, well, that's not a real Charger. I'm like, well, that's kind of good that they're not screwing up real Chargers. They're just getting the sheet metal and sticking them on. It's sheet metal anybody can buy.
Yeah.
Sticking it on a Crown Vic, and the Crown Vics are everywhere.
Well, except that sheet metal nowadays is kind of hard to get.
Yeah, but it's not as hard to get as a 68, 69 Charger.
Well, the downside for those companies who are jumping those cars, if they were paying the money what Chargers cost and jumping them, they'd be stupid.
Yeah.
You ain't buying a 68 to 70 Charger for anything less than $12,000 to $15,000 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Just ain't happening. I know what Weston paid for his. He got a real 4-speed car though. And I don't know if we're going to do more business in the future, but he seemed pretty happy.
Was yours a 4-speed car or
no?
Originally,
Jezebel was a 318 2-barrel, 3-speed on the column, or 3-speed automatic. Bench seat.
No, Peckerwood, that's not the cat. That's my wife snoring in the back. We're in a hotel room, so usually she's.
Have a good night, John Elliott. I like John. He's cool.
John, did he? I've got 2 people that commented on my last video that I've never heard of before, and it's like, that was weird to me. It's like usually it's guys that are in here, the names. You always see the names that come up, and you're like, oh, okay.
There's some I recognize, and then there's a lot of people I gotta weed through. My view counts kind of sucked. Kind of disappointing.
You gotta do another Duster video.
Like jumping the Duster into a trash compactor.
Yeah, that would work.
Whistling.
I did get to talk to Dylan today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I told him. I was like, hey, I was wanting to get you that stuff on that demon. He's like, don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. I'm like, all right, I know. Then I got to ask him. I'm like, what do you want? Because like there was some kind of pristine show car sitting next to his. I'm like, dude has got one like that. He's got a shell, and he's got a car that needs a lot of work, but it's all there. And he said he's looking for something that's all there and needs work. So
cool.
I'll go out there and see what Mark wants for it. He might want too much. He's an old guy. He's got shit. Don't care if he sells it or not.
I saw your buddy Dennis on one of the Facebook groups raising hell.
What was he raising hell about?
A guy was asking opinions on rear suspension, on getting his car to hook, and your buddy Dennis, I only recognize because his profile picture is his Duster.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was pretty close to getting booted off that page.
He probably he's bad about that.
Because he was talking shit on pinion snubbers not working, and they do the exact opposite of what they're supposed to, and he was being very opinionated.
He is. That's the reason I don't hang around him that much, because he is opinionated.
Well, the problem is one man cannot like debunk, many years of innovation that is proven to work. Pinion snubber and super stock springs work. Is it the best thing in the world? No, but it works.
Yeah.
And if you're running leaf springs and you're not running a pinion snubber, you're slowing yourself down.
Well, unless you run something like Caltrax or something like that.
Well, yeah, that's what Herb Mechanicals Jr. does. I don't know if they actually take the pinion snubber off, but
I don't think it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt anything, but they just run Caltrax with extra heavy-duty leafs. And I'm going to say if Herb Jr. is running that, that's probably the way to go nowadays.
She's getting loud. I had to shake the bed.
You should probably go do what like husbands typically do when their wives are asleep.
What? I am. I'm on the computer.
I was gonna say you ought to just like lay it across her face. And if you get lucky, she opens her mouth and you're good. If you're not lucky, she thinks it's a freaking hot dog and you're about to be in for a bad night.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're alive.
I don't care. Yeah, buy car parts. That's what you do when the wife's asleep. You should buy car parts.
Oh, let me start sending you shit then. Do you have her credit card ready?
We just paid all of them off too.
Oh, perfect. All right. Let me find you shit to buy. Brian needs a set of valve covers.
I'm gonna buy used stuff. I'm gonna try to put my Duster together with mostly used stuff.
Yeah.
Used pistons and rods and I don't know. I'll probably
You should get like 1 12.5 to 1 compression piston and 1 8.5.
flip them.
No, I was just gonna say you should build your engine with 8 different pistons.
8 completely different pistons.
Yeah.
All different bore sizes too.
Yeah. And use a cylinder hone to bore the cylinders out.
Yeah, that could be done.
I think you should. Get a 318 nobody cares about. Do it. I think it'd be a good idea.
Yeah, that's what those are made to do, is to keep them from doing the violent S shape. He's got it on his car. See, that's the thing too, is he runs coil over ladder bar.
Yeah.
That's a full blown race car too. It's not something you really want to run on the street.
Yeah. Thanks for checking in on that T20 Mopar man, Jeremiah. Yeah, I don't want to buy the whole thing. If even if the whole T20 was for sale, there's not enough there that's worth a damn. I'll stick with buying the mint condition T20 out by St. Louis. Just gotta figure out how to get it here.
Where's that at?
I'm just gonna say it's by St. Louis.
Well, I was gonna say you got transport. I just gotta
Well,
buy some parts from you.
I was gonna say it's 8,500 pounds.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy, dude.
If I had a truck, I could borrow a trailer that would haul it though.
Yeah.
I know because I sold the guy the trailer.
He's got a way to load it too.
Speaking of that, my buddy Tom surprised the hell out of me when it came
Hurry up,
to.
I gotta poop.
Okay. I want you to hear this story.
Hang on. Let me poop.
Are you pooping right now?
No, not right now. I said
Okay.
I'm gonna go fill my tea glass up.
With
I'm gonna
poop?
run. No. I'm gonna go fill my tea glass with tea. I'm gonna drop a deuce real fast, and I'll come back. Like it won't be like your typical, play on your phone, peruse Facebook. It'll just be like,
you're like hyper evacuate then, right?
yeah, hyper evacuate.
Okay.
But I'm killing my camera because it's fucking weird to leave it on.
Okay. Blake, have you talked to what's his name? Kuda Bob lately? Kuda Bob, Kuda Bill, I can't remember. The guy you got the nacho from. Waiting. Wait, what? Now, how does he do that? I guess that's just his icon. So if I turn my camera off, you'd have the little guy doing If anybody else wants to jump in here, just let me know here. I'll throw the link up. I'll see you later, Blake. Yeah, Bob Barracuda. Yeah, him. You ought to go see that car that he bought. Oh, I'm being quiet. Dead air. You're listening to my wife snore. Let's see. Oh, Mopar Man 78. You live in Ozarks, right? You're not that far away from me. Yeah, it's just making it home tomorrow. We'll talk to you later. Good luck with your live with Wilburn. Shit's prairie dog. I'm going to put that up so he sees that when he gets back. He'll like that. Oh, okay. You're still not that. I mean, you're in Missouri. I'm in Illinois, just on the other side of St. Louis. You could have come to this. You're not that far away. You're probably closer to this than I am. You're probably 3 hours away. I'm telling you, it's a hell of a show. Anybody, you should come out, go to this thing. Like I said, I didn't do video or anything because I just wanted to relax and have a good time. But I'm not good at editing car show and drag race videos. Not drag racing, I'm hard, but you just got so many cars. I swear to God, it looked like a Walmart parking lot, like a Walmart Supercenter parking lot on Black Friday, full of nothing but old Mopars. Anything, I don't care what kind of old Mopar you're into, they were there. No, I'm right across from St. Louis. Like I could see the arch from my front yard. Like where Gateway International is, the racetrack. I'm like 5 minutes from there. You're actually close to Mocan, aren't you? You commented about Mocan, didn't you? I don't know. I can go back and look. Because I was going to go to Mocan last year, but I was sick, and I'm going this year. I was on my way to Mocan, and I had some kind of upper respiratory something, and it was kicking my ass, and I decided just to turn around.
Did you miss me?
Oh, there you are. Did you see what Mopar Man said? The comment up there.
What did he say?
It's on the screen.
He's in the Branson area?
No. It's on our screen. The screen right below me. I put it up. It's a highlighted comment.
Oh. Yeah. Wow, that tastes like water.
Your poop tastes like water? What?
Yeah. No. Dad went out hanging out with a bunch of his buddies for a football game. He brought back some of that Dos Equis beer, and it tastes like fucking water.
I can't drink Mexican beer. I hate Corona. I can't drink none of that. I don't drink beer that often anyway. Kind of wish I had one right now.
I felt like it would be appropriate. Anybody who says that's good is ain't got taste buds, because that literally just tastes like carbonated water.
Oh, now the story about my buddy Tom. He surprised me. The guy that came down, Blake's friend, came down to buy that
Overpriced duster.
Yeah, overpriced duster. He bought that. Well, he made it about an hour away, and his truck, the transmission, one of the hoses, the cooling line hoses, broke.
Oh.
So he ended up putting fluid in it and coming back. And my buddy Tom let him use his 1 ton to haul that thing back to Iowa, and arranged to have his truck fixed. And it's basically just, waiting for him to bring his truck back and pick his truck up.
That was awfully nice of him.
People, Mr. Foots. There he is.
Hey,
Mr.
guys.
Foots. Oh, Mark, how you doing?
Not too bad. I was going to call you, actually, so this kind of will probably fill that,
I miss you.
Well, thanks, Jed. Yeah, I miss our talks, too.
I miss you holding me in your big, strong, short arms.
Arm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it used to be arms.
Yeah.
But you still have it.
Tendon gave
don't
away.
you?
Yeah. It's attached now, so.
Okay. Yeah, I told you, dude. You got to watch out for fucking Bigfoot's old lady.
Yeah. No, Mrs. Foot, she is the one that probably did it. She was pissed at me. So,
Dude.
Yeah,
she's
Mopar,
jacked.
man.
She's
How
she's
long would it take
jacked.
you to get to Bowling Green? Look that up real quick.
Just a second here. I'm going to see if I can.
Oh, dark.
So when are you coming to visit me, Mr. Foots? That got darker. Unless he's gonna like tug on his meat popsicle.
No, why do you bring stuff like that up, Jeff?
What? His
Why
meat
you got-
popsicle?
Why you got to make it weird?
I'm not making it weird.
I'm trying to put my little pop filter condom on my new.
And see, you called it a condom. Who's making it weird?
I fucking Tony was doing that live with those guys. Oh, we're gonna have two of them in here.
Trying to figure out my lighting, and then I lost my screen. So,
There we go.
unlike Jed, I like to see myself.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to get down there, Jed. Try to figure out some time. Actually, with all this time off I'm going to have now from work, I'm trying to let him get me come back to work in like 2 weeks. But right now, I can't lift anything with my right arm, and I can do keyboard stuff. And I had to admit to my boss I could do my job without both my arms.
Ah.
But yeah, no, I think I looked it up once, and it's really not that far of a drive down to Ottawa from here. If you cut through Iowa.
You gotta say where I live when I got that creepy stalker.
Oh, are they listening here?
I've already been to your house,
you
Jed.
said it. You said it earlier. You said it earlier.
You say it in your
I know.
videos, Jed.
I know. I try
Yeah.
not to. I don't want people to know where I
Tomahawk,
live.
Iowa. That's where he's from.
Yeah, Tomahawk.
Just like
Iowa.
Radar from MASH.
Yeah. I'm trying to quell the. I don't mind people stopping by, but I prefer if they email me or be like, "Hey, I'd like to stop by and visit you."
Like I did.
Mm-hmm.
I was completely.
That's the right way to do it.
Well, the whole new direction I'm going to be going now is like hopefully loading up a car and heading out and visiting other YouTubers, like you, Jed, and like when John Wilburn was talking about that get together thing, that would be really cool, to get some
Yeah.
guys like just Mopar Joe and like those guys. I wish Johnny Mopar could make it out to that area too, but
That's
yeah.
far for him.
Yeah.
I could only imagine coming from California all the way out to even here where I'm at now.
I was thinking like it would be cool to go to Zip Tie Drags, but I drove from Sioux Falls to Flagstaff in 22 hours, and that's a long drive, and then you still have to go all the way down to Tucson. So,
Oof.
Yeah, me and my wife do it. We went out to see. We've gone to see Tony. We've gone to see Jed. We've gone up and hung out with the Bad Tree guys. The Bad Tree guys was the farthest, so it was 6 hours.
I think they're only like 4 hours for me.
Trying to get comfortable here. There we go. So, oh damn it! Too far.
So
to
yeah,
reach.
especially they said that one racetrack down by them. You can make quite a few hits in that. So if we get the Jack Pine straightened out, I'd like to take it somewhere. Going
What
to
do
the
you gotta
racetrack
do
this
on it?
weekend. Well, Andy took it out for one last run before we did the trade, and it dropped oil pressure. So
Oh.
yeah. So Gary's already said he'll do like a quick autopsy on the engine, and we've already discussed like if it was catastrophic, what we would do and stuff. But
Another 512.
it's a 498, basically a 500 stroker. Yeah, there's another 512 here that I could buy, a short block.
Another 12.5 motor.
I don't know. No, the one that this guy has, it's a short block. He's the guy I bought a lot of parts from in Zabro.
Oh,
And he builds pretty good engines, and he built this one to be 10 and a half to 1 compression with the Trick Flow 270s. But yeah, I'm hoping we can get by with just taking the engine apart, figuring out what it is, and then I picked up a Ultradyne cam. It's a 648 lift, I think.
Okay.
For the 498, and then Gary was going to port the Edelbrock heads, and then I was going to ditch the dual plane intake, the RPM. So
That's an awful intake for any kind of performance.
well, I mean, that's what he was running on the jack plane. He said he was like, taking it up to $6,000 with a dual plane, and it says on the box that he should handle that.
Well,
But-
yeah, but I mean,
But it's not feeding, I guess.
you're leaving a lot on the table.
Yeah. So I knew that was going to change. But then, like I said, man, it's hard to find low deck intakes. And I was wanting to use the street dominator on the 451 for the satellite.
I've got an extra street dominator.
Yeah. So I was like debating on whether or not put that one on the 498 and then put the RPM on the 451.
Is it an RPM air gap?
It's the Performer RPM air gap dual plane.
That would be better on the 451. Well, I guess depending on what RPM band you're going to be running on both engines.
I don't want that one to go nuts, but like I said, this Kuda Dan guy that I met, every time I go there, he's like, "Oh, I found this part if you want to buy it pretty cheap." So like right now, he's like, I went and picked up that Ultradyne cam that just has dyno time on it. And part of the reason I was interested in that is because everyone's talking about how bad cams are right now.
Yeah.
Cams and lifters. So I figured this is a really old cam, and it was only dyno time only, and they swapped it out for a bigger one. So I picked that up for $150, and then he goes, "Oh, by the way, I've got this 557 purple cam. I mean, I've heard of the 528s and the 509s, but he said, yeah, I got that cam too. It's an older one. I know they're not the best grinds anymore, but it's an older cam with older lifters that probably not going to wipe on me, and it'd be good enough for that 451 in the satellite."
Yeah, when you start talking over 528, they become solids.
Yeah, that is a solid cam.
Yeah.
And then he gave me those 906 heads with the bigger valves and everything, but probably need to get those poured a little bit. But then you got to get all new rockers because when you go that big a lift.
Well, and even having a solid lifter cam, you have to have adjustables, and if you're going to keep it a street car, the ductile iron rockers are the way to go.
Yeah. Is Ski the only ones that sell those, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Crane has them too.
Is Crane still in business though?
I don't know. I doubt it. See, I deal in a lot of used stuff.
No. If you could find me a set, man, I would definitely go with some of those and have them refurbished.
You'd probably be looking at about $400 to $500 for a complete set, decent shape.
Yeah. Well, you'd spend that much for the El Cheapo junk aluminum ones that if you don't mind dropping a lifter. Actually the Jack Pine right now has some kind of, I don't know what, they're goldish colored aluminum rockers, but they're not Harlan Sharp.
Oh, if they're gold, they're Crane Golds.
Oh, they are. Okay.
And Crane Golds, a lot of arguing on the internet, but they are
I've seen some Proform ones in that are kind of the same color though. I don't know, so I wouldn't know for sure which. I would like to think that he used. If they're Crane Golds, we'll see. If they are, that'd save me some money. But
yeah, those are some of the best rockers they made back in the day.
Yeah, the engine was put together a while back, so.
I was gonna say, hopefully your oil pressure issue is as simple as the one I had on the dyno. Oh, that was amazing.
Yes, I love that video. Yeah, and I like the fact that he admitted that you didn't work there.
Yeah. Mark is Awesome guy. By the way, Mark's name is spelled with a C.
Oh, Marcy. He's a Marcy.
Yeah,
He's not a
yeah,
Mark. He's just
yeah.
posing.
It took me a long time to figure that crap out, but
Anybody who spells their name with a C, it's Marcy.
well, I'm
It's
not
the
going to
pr-
call
it's
him
the-
that.
It's the proper name.
Oh, I am not going to even dare call him that. That man is too good to me.
No, he is. He seems like a super guy. If he was closer, I would definitely go to him. But he's so booked that
Oh yeah, he is.
it'd be hard to probably get anything in and out. And I'd have to have a lot of forethought.
Yeah, Daniel Barber was talking about maybe having Mark go through and just freshen up his 540.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark said if you dropped it off today, you can maybe have it next year sometime.
Yeah.
It's just how booked he is, and that it's just like a good paint and body guy.
Mm-hmm.
If they're booked that far back, that tells you the quality of work you're getting.
Yeah. The good news is I'm getting in with quite a few of the Mopar guys around here. That guy, Chris Tuma, from my Shake a Hand, Make a Friend video that showed me how to take off the window trim. He was at he was at Rock Falls with his Super Bee, his green one that's kind of beat up and it's a driver. He just put a 383 in it and just all new interior, but its body's still pretty beat up. But he had it in the car show and I saw it. And so I called him real quick and we hooked up and talked for a while. But he's going to go to that swap meet tomorrow. So I'm going to go there too. I want to try to drive my satellite there. And
Swap
then,
meet?
yeah, it's an all makes swap meet in St. Peter, Minnesota. It's for auto restoration stuff. Gary was my engine guy was going to it. So I was going to go to it too and just kind of hang out. And then I'm not really looking for anything right now, but
There was one I heard about up north up there. I can't remember where they said it was, but they said it's a 3-day swap meet and it takes you about all 3 days to walk through it.
yeah.
Well,
Gary
give me
would
a
know.
second.
He's a big swap meet guy. I know there's a big one in Iowa.
I got to say something to Mopar Man. Mopar Man 1978, you stay the fuck away from comp cams.
Yeah.
They are the worst offender of wiping cams.
So this whole story about like the cams and stuff like that, I was talking to Gary because he had a 327 that just wiped 2 cams on him. And, that's, when you're an engine builder and you build an engine and the cam wipes twice, it gets concerning. But anyway, he said that Crane cams used to have the machining facilities where they did most of the cores, I think, for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got bought and sold a few times, and the people that bought and sold them kept breaking them down and selling off parts. So eventually that part kind of got sold out, and then Comp finally bought Crane and Lenati to drive them out of business. And when they did that, then all that manufacturing got lost and then probably shipped overseas where they do it cheaper. So
Who does Hughes Engines use?
Hughes, they use a lot of Elgin does all their grinds for them, what I remember. I've never had a problem out of a Hughes cam. Of course, I haven't bought a cam from them for a while. Basically, anymore today, if you want a good cam, you buy a solid lifter cam, or you buy a solid lifter regardless, whether it be solid lifter, or roller, or flat tap it.
That's why I kind of was interested, like I said, in these used cams, is just because I can't afford to have a cam wipe on me. So
Yeah.
But Mopar Man, call Hughes and have them spec you a cam. If anybody's going to have a quality cam out there, if you want hydraulic of any sorts, it'll be them. That's the only place I'd buy a hydraulic cam from and feel safe. They're a smaller outfit, and they'll stand behind their product if you have an issue.
Oh, yeah, they've got a guarantee. It says it on their website.
Yeah. And Dave Hughes, he's a strict businessman. He doesn't bullshit. He's not the most friendly guy in the world, but he stands behind his product.
I got a question.
Cams, oh, yeah.
Well, is Hughes cams and Hughes converters two different things?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're two different.
Okay. I just was wondering because, I hear about Hughes converters and stuff too. But
Well,
Yeah.
Hughes Engines is nothing but Mopar. They don't do anything.
Yeah, I
or
used to
sell
look at
anything, nothing but
their
motors.
website a lot. There for a long time when I was going to build an engine, I was looking at like because they do porting on their own heads and stuff. So I spent a lot of time on their website, kind of looking at different stuff.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot, and then I was at work one time, and I put it in my phone.
Mm.
And, it comes up, like, shows you a map where they're at.
Mm.
I didn't realize they're only like 2 hours away from me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hell, I'll drive out there instead of waiting 3 days on shipping. I'll spend the extra time to drive out there and get whatever I want.
Yeah.
So,
And that's why I bought like the QA1 stuff too, is because QA1's like 15 minutes from my house. And
they were out here today, and speaking of rear suspension, they got something that kind of. I've seen it. I've seen pictures of it on the internet and stuff, but they actually have it in a cutaway section, and it's basically like a 4-link setup with coilovers for the rear, and it's all bolt-in. I was looking. I was like, that looks pretty nice.
that street race channel, there's a girl that's got a Dart, and it has that 4-link setup in it.
Oh, you watch that too?
Yeah, I watch a lot of stuff.
Do you watch the old man, his channel?
Yeah, I watch them all because they post
that.
regularly, and like you guys were saying earlier, you watch YouTube instead of the TV, So, yeah, her dad's got a pretty cool Challenger, that 446 pack, like factory spec race car. That's pretty cool.
Well, they were building her a Dakota. I wonder what happened with that. I guess that's getting put on the back burner.
It looks like she's going to put a 6.4 Hemi in that Dart, though.
Yeah, it's gross.
Better than what they were going to do to it.
This Kuda Dan guy that I'm friends with, they're a group of guys, and they buy Barracudas, and then they advertise, like, if you buy the car from them, they have to do the restoration and stuff on them, and they do these concourse builds, whatever you want. And there's a guy whose dad, and that they buy all those Hemis and stuff, and then they sell them again. They're out of crash cars and stuff. So they're building a red 70 Cuda for him, and I was just looking at it today, and he's got the 6.4 installed, and he was showing me with the headers and if they want to keep the power steering and stuff like that. I mean, there's almost no clearance between the torsion bar and the steering box and all that stuff, especially if you want power steering. But he got it in there.
Who was that?
I don't know if they really have a business name. There's a group of guys.
Okay.
And they do high level stuff.
Chris was talking to a guy, and that's basically what he was saying is he was into you could bring him a car and he will build you a race car out of it to whatever spec you want. And then he was like, he's setting up to where it's even if you don't know for sure what you want, he's got a list. He's like, look, we can build it like this, like this, like this. How fast do you want to go?
Well, one of the guys that this Kuda Dan, his guru is this guy called Chuck Lofgren. And Chuck Lofgren and Gary kind of are indirect competitors, as far as having been old time drag racers around town. They're both in their 70s and building engines and stuff. So, but that Lofgren, he's got some guys that opened a shop that do head work and machine. Well, the place I took my car to get dynoed, one of the guys bought it because that guy was retiring. So, just through this Kuda Dan guy, I've got hookups with a really good machine shop, a good head porter, and stuff like that. But Gary likes to do his own porting. So,
yeah, there was a guy here at the show today in the vendors area, and they had a 5.7 Hemi, 300 something horse. They had 2 of those. They had a Hellcat engine, and they were all in crates.
Yeah,
and
it might be those guys that they're.
And they could just fire them up right there in the crates, so
it
you
sounds
could hear
like the
them run.
business the guy they're building this red Barrett 70 Cuda for. His dad owns a business where they're doing that, and that sounds like exactly what they do. They have all those engines in crates and stuff, and so the 6.4 makes 650 horsepower, and idles like a pussycat. It doesn't have any power adders. It's not until it gets in its rev range that it kicks in, and all of a sudden you have 650 horsepower. So I see the draw. I see the draw, but I mean it's just ugly.
It's ugly. It sounds like
ugly.
shit.
Yeah, it sounds
and
like
you got
my
all
truck.
this mess of. It don't matter what you put on there, but you have a mess of wiring. You're taking the essence of having an old car right out of it. It's just like taking the torsion bars out of a Chrysler or taking the leaf springs out of the back of it.
Yeah.
If you want something modern,
that's the way I am.
Get something fucking modern. Don't fucking ruin an old car.
I did hear one today.
I can't even stand modern bucket seats in old cars.
I hate that. I hate that.
Those are
now I can
ugly.
do the one thing I can do with seats, and it's because it's what I'm doing, is the old school and their old school racing buckets.
Yeah.
That's what I'm putting in my Duster. It's old school shit.
Well, Ryan Barsonis, I think, has 67 B-body bucket seats that I could maybe pick up if I wanted to put them in the Jack Pine. But I think I might just put a second race seat in there, keep it light. But I'm probably going to buy the seats and have them redone in black so that I'd have them as an option. But
you could redo them yourself.
My arm. Oh, my arm.
Oh.
I like I said, man, I'm not a project car guy. There's things I do want to try. I'm going to try to do some painting and some lettering and stuff like that for sure. But I was looking forward to trying to paint and like restore my dash on the Coronet. I'm kind of bummed that I don't have that to do anymore.
The Jack Pine Savage is cool, but it'll never be the beat of me.
No, and like yeah, I see it both ways.
I understand why you got rid of it.
Mm-hmm. I was 3 years away from ever getting it done, and I thought I was getting a running and driving car, but at the same time, he's a stand-up guy. He's even gonna like do some stuff on my satellite for me, and it's like I said, making friends as opposed to like doing business sometimes.
I just like, I don't get much out of the car once it's done. I like building more than I do anything else. I could care less about racing or driving or cruising or anything like that. I would rather sit there and build the car over and over and over, unless it's in the case that I broke it.
I would too, but like I don't have any other like buddies that are into the same thing to kind of help.
Yeah.
Like it's if you had an extra pair of hands to pull an engine or to put an engine in, just that extra pair of hands, or someone who's done something once before that's just got that one tip, that would save me 3 hours.
Somebody's got more than one working arm.
Yeah. But I enjoyed like the things like I always laughed because if you watch my videos, all the big and heavy stuff that I've tried to do, I've done on my pretty car, my satellite, and I paid people to work on the ugly green car.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I enjoyed swapping that rear end and stuff like that. When I have a game plan, and
I just find it hard to get people to. Everybody will say, "Oh yeah, I'll help you out," but when it comes time to actually doing it, that's why my next purchase is going to be a welder, and I'm going to learn to weld. Damn it,
a good welder.
I'm probably going to buy that Eastwood.
That'd be
I've
good.
got an El Cheapo like 110 that I keep saying I'm going to practice with, and actually now that I'll be able to have space in my garage to kind of do stuff, I might do that. And if I get my skills up, maybe I'll look for another project. But
just don't buy a flux core welder.
No, mine's a AHP MIG.
It's a good welder.
It's a 110. Yeah.
I like Tony, but his video, he's got some videos that make me really cringe. And Brian and I made the joke before. Don't want to be a slave to a bottle. Oh my God, that's the worst excuse in the world. Literally, Dad had some JIC fittings, which if you don't know what that is, that's basically a steel version of an AN fitting. And he had some of those he needed welded to these coupler fittings. And so that way he would they needed to be extended, and these coupler fittings were cast steel, and obviously it's pipe thread going to JIC. The two threads are never meant to go together, but they'll screw on. So Dad hands it to me. He's like, "Can you please TIG weld these?" And I was like, "Sure," because it's not obviously something you're going to be able to MIG weld nicely, because it's a lot of tight nooks and crannies. So fire up TIG welder, do a bunch of grinding and shit, TIG weld them up, and done. You couldn't do that shit with a flux core welder and expect it to last, because these are for hydraulic hose.
Yeah.
And they got
I'd like to get into TIG welding. That looks like something that you could just, if you really want to just sit and zen out on, is TIG welding. Looks like you could just really get into it, you know?
Well, you either can do it or you can't, because it really takes the whole body to TIG weld. You know, you got one hand doing filler rod, you got one hand doing the torch, you got a foot doing your foot pedal, and all at the same time, you know, you're watching what you're doing. And you got to know what's going on with your weld to make sure it's doing the right things, because you got to make sure material A is melting and material B is melting before you add filler rod. Or if you're not going to use filler rod, you just fusion weld them, but you got to watch everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty involved process, but it's honestly, it's my favorite thing to do as far as anything in the shop, as far as fabrication. There's nothing like TIG welding.
Well, it's like cylinder porting. I just messed around with that, but the little bit that I've done, I've had, oh man, you just sit there and you just go, you pay attention, and you just block everything else out and concentrate just on what you're doing. And I like doing stuff like that.
Oh, hell, head porting, I just I get out the biggest freaking burr I got and just start hogging. And then I get out the gasket afterwards and be like, oh, whoops. Kind of like those heads off that freaking junk ass 360 I got from you, Brian. Where instead of porting the tops of the ports where you would, they ported everything below.
Did that guy buy those heads?
No, I won't sell those heads to anybody. I don't trust them.
I wouldn't either.
The guy who came to get the 360 asked me about the heads. I explained to him everything about the heads, and I said, dude, you could have them if you wanted them, but I really would rather you not take them and think you can use them, because they're fucking dangerous. They're just too dangerous to even attempt to use. Mark, if you don't know, the heads, obviously, besides the port work, some of the rocker stands have been brazed back on and welded back on. Mm. And most of them have Gila coils in them.
How did they break that? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. And then all the exhaust ports, all the thread holes for the bolt holes are all different sizes. One set is one size, the other half. And they're all different. So like cylinder one will have one bolt hole with this size, and the next one will be this size. And it's just ludicrous. And then you get into the nightmare of the rest of the engine.
Did they have a plan? Did they think they were actually doing a good job? Or was it just got in deep and said, I'm just going to get this thing together? And
it was probably someone with really good intentions, but absolute trash execution.
I don't even think it was that. I think the guy, I know the guy that had the engine before you, and he never had it apart. Yeah. He trusted the guy he bought it from, because he bought a car and an engine, and he trusted the guy. And I'm pretty sure the guy just screwed him over.
And this screwing got passed on to me. I appreciate.
Yeah, but if he would have known. Like I said, I know Mark. If he would have known that engine was the way it was, he would not have sold it. He would have been just like you. Because it's the same guy that sold William that Dart Sport.
Yeah.
And, they were running, they were selling that as a project, but went out of their way to do everything they could to make it run for him. And he was buying it as a non-running car in the first place. But they went out of their way to make it run because they knew they could. They just wanted to make sure. And like I said, if he wouldn't have trusted the guy that he got the engine from, wrongly trusted the guy, then
Well, the problem is someone's had that engine apart besides you.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Mark or somebody there knew there was some fishy shit going on with that engine.
No, I don't think so. No, they never had it apart. When I took it apart was the first time the engine's been apart since Mark bought it.
Well, Gary had a guy bring him a 383 Chevy Stroker, and he couldn't figure out why it didn't make any power. So Gary took it apart, and it turned out the bores were different sizes. It's like, well,
Wow.
one was like about 40 thousandths over, and the other one was like 30. It's like he's like, yeah, he couldn't figure it out why how it got that way, unless like they started on it and then another guy took over because it was lunch break or something.
Sorry, I'm managing being in this stream and my buddy's gaming stream being a moderator.
That's fine.
To be honest, my batteries, if I fade out, it's because my battery's going to go dead here in a minute.
That's
It's
okay.
an iPhone, so if I unjack it to plug it in and I don't have a mic. But
Well,
Yeah.
that's okay, Mark. You can always call me.
yeah, no, like I said, the part of the reason I jumped on here is like I've never really talked to Brian before. So
Well,
I
there he
just
is.
I like
Other than
like
in the
doing
chat,
these things.
yeah,
Like I don't care like if nobody was watching, you know, it's just, you know, you get a bunch of people together and we sit there and talk about, you know, what we all care about.
Well, I was thinking about doing a live stream again, but now it seems kind of dated. You know, to just, you know, I like hang out in chats too, but yeah, this is kind of cool. You know, like to be able to talk to people and stuff. Put faces.
I plan on probably hopping off here for soon, just because wearing these headphones only do it so fucking much. Wow, that's a weird. Wow, you take those things off. Wow.
And then, you know, like when you work overnights and graveyard shifts like I do, you know, like Chris Testa said, hey, you know, like give me a call sometime. And I really want to talk to him because he's a cool guy. And I just can never think of a good time to call him and stuff. So
You say Chris Testa?
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, Testa Speech Shop.
Yeah, Testa Speed Shop. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just talked to Marty the other night,
Hmm.
and he's having some issues with the old Cutlass.
Oof. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna probably hop off here because I'm tired of wearing headphones.
All right, yeah. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, Mark, if you want to call me afterwards, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. Like I said, my phone's going to die, so I'll have to get it charged up here. But
All right.
I've never been able to stream on the phone. We'll talk to you later, Jet.
see, I'll talk to you later. But yeah, Brian, like I said, I've enjoyed when you've been doing these and all else. The coolest thing is, like you were saying on one of the other podcasts, you get the coolest guys, you know. That's the thing about like when you have a small channel and that, sometimes you get these other guys that, you know, you're in here just to hang out, and then you meet genuine, true other car guys and stuff. And this is just a great community. I was on a guy, Michigan Muscle Car Garage. I don't know if you ever seen him on YouTube.
Mm-mm.
He had a live stream tonight. He's a good guy. His name's Herb. He's a Chevy guy, but he's pretty cool. He's got a badass El Camino and that. So, but some you see overlap. You know, Moparty 62 was in there. He's in these.
Oh yeah.
You got Chris Testa was in his live stream before from Testa Speed Shop. And so you see a lot of overlap. You know, that's how I find channels most of the time is if you see who's on the chat groups, you're like, well, if they like these people, then you know, check out their channel. And
That's why I like how Blake has done that his battery channel on Facebook. So it kind of brings everybody together.
Dude, that's kind of like the central hub. You know. For
and I've been getting on there like, hey, you know, like the guy from Dust or Bust. I would love to get him on one of these and just, you know, just sit there and talk, you know. Or 318 Will Run. I'd love to get him. Oh, yeah. that would be awesome.
So he's
just,
one of those guys
sit there
too.
and you know.
Is he in Wisconsin? Do you know? 318 Will Run.
I think 318 Will Run. I think he's in Ottawa. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Because I know that he like kind of overlaps in like the area of like Bad Tree and that, but I just had no general idea where specifically he was.
Yeah,
but
Ruben,
I just went into Wisconsin.
You talked to Marco? I'm sorry about that. I just talked to Ruben in chat here because he said Marco's cool, the guy from Dust or Bust.
Oh yeah, he is. He's in a. There's a group of us that kind of like chat on the side, and that, and he's in there, and he's a really nice guy. He's got that Project Chevelle or El Camino. Have you seen that thing?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's a future project, and I'm like, oh, just having gotten rid of a big project. I'm looking at that like, you're ambitious, buddy. That's
I like El Camino, so
yeah, I do. I love all makes. I'm a Pontiac guy, actually. I've told Jed, so it's okay. But
I saw I can't remember. I couldn't figure. I drove past, but driving out here was on a trailer. It was it looked like it was kind of like a Bandit Trans Am, but it was gold.
Yeah.
And I was like, I told my wife, I was like, that's awesome. I go, that is the only car I would want that color.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the only color I would want that car.
I almost bought a gold one with Krager SS's on it. But I've had a lot of I like the 71 to 73, the rubber Endura front bumpered Firebirds. Yeah. They're my favorites. I bought one before I bought my satellite, and it was a Formula 400 clone. It's black. It's on my first videos of my channel 6 years ago. I bought it, and once I got it home, the guy had completely restored it, but it had two different leaf springs on it, and it had air shocks on it. So I took the air shocks off, put stock shocks on it, and then the car kind of twisted. And I'm like, oh, because they're a unibody too, but they have that front subframe thing going on.
Yeah.
And I just kind of lost faith in the car. So it was pretty, and I knew I could get out of it quick. So I just passed it down the line and bought the satellite. But yeah, it was black interior, 4-speed, 400, it was 373 gears. It was fun to bang around in.
Well, that's the thing. I wish that the front subframe on the Moparts came off like they do on the Chevys.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make working on shit so much easier.
And those cars, they handle really well, like for the year that they were made, as far as like sport car driving and stuff, that was fun to take on curves and stuff too, without any like upgrades and modern suspension upgrades,
Cause I like the second gen Camaros too. Mm-hmm. I got weird taste in cars. Like
my nephew, I told him now that I'm out of the project game, he's got a third gen Camaro. It was his first car. It's blue with a cowl scoop, and he put Krager SS's on it because he was raised right.
See, I like third gens too. A lot of people give third gens crap, but I love them.
He blew up the V6 in it, and so we're gonna try to put an engine in it. And I like the LS in my truck, and if he wanted to put an LS in it, I'd be fine with that car getting an LS.
Well, that's what that's what they were doing on. That's what they were going to do to that Dart on SRC. They were going to put that LS in it. I was like, oh.
There's a guy.
Got enough people.
There's a guy called Dirt Floor Fab who put a turbo LS in a Valiant 4-door, and he could tell you all the different things that are involved with that.
I just don't like mixing brands. I really don't. That's
me either. But
big thing.
I respect the labor.
Well, yeah.
But I keep telling them too, because everyone's putting LSs and everything. You can buy these nice Chevy 350s, like 355s, these hot little old small block Chevys, and sometimes even a big block 454. I saw a 454 with a transmission, and it was taken out of a car, and they wanted $3,600 for the whole combination. And it was a 4-barrel. It was a single plane intake. If it ran good, that price for an engine and trans versus an LS swap. And I'm sure the reason the guy took it out is to put it some sort of power boosted LS in his car.
Well, and that's the thing. See, that's another thing. Everyone's pulling the old. Go ahead.
Well, everyone's pulling these old school engines out to put the modern engines in there. So there's some good buys out there.
Well, I've seen some that starts happening with
Mopars. An idea that's what they're doing.
But
I've seen a few where I think that's what happened, because there's been some pretty nice big strokers that have popped up lately on the local stuff. Where I'm pretty sure they're going Hellcat or something like that.
Yeah. But that SRC, his that S10, that's not an LS motor. The old man likes the old Chevy motor, and that's the fastest car in their fleet. So you could do it.
Mm-hmm. It's just that it's cheap, that's why it's so popular. Plus, like that's one of the things that started making Drag Week not so fun to watch anymore is because it became bracket racing because everyone's got turbo LSs in their cars and they have to run the perfect 850, and that's like, well, and then if you got a car that runs perfect with air conditioning and stuff, and a thing like Drag Week's not exciting.
Yeah.
Not that I want a car to break down, but it's just, to me, like if I were to take my 67 Coronet to Drag Week, old school V8, old school car, super stock springs, subframe connectors, just trying to make it 1,000 miles and
that's the kind of stuff I'd like to see on something like Drag Week. I mean,
and they were talking about like how how it sells out so fast, and hard to get in. Every time I've watched it, it sounds like they let almost everyone who shows up in, just because half the guys that do that don't show up, and then they know that so many guys are going to break down, so like this year, I think they took everyone who came.
Yeah, I never understood. I guess. Oh, we lost him. Oh, great! I'm in here by myself. Somebody jump in here with me. I'm not good at doing this by myself. John, come on in. I caught part of that that live, Ruben. I just like watching her, but yeah, doing her live drive in her tube top. Yeah, that was pretty nice. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to keep this going because Chris said that he might jump in later because he's driving up to Nashville. He's going to catch a flight home. Chris Albrecht from Talking Mopars. I talked to him today. He's a pretty cool guy. I know he's wanting to jump in more on these lives that we do and stuff. John, he's one that you might want to do talk to about doing a live with before you do your live before Uncle Tony. He's got a lot of stuff to talk about. And I know he's trying to grow his YouTube channel. He's got like 50,000 followers on Facebook. Bad part about out here is the internet connection at the track was so bad nobody could get a live off. Oh, what, just having people on and talking? Yeah. I do it because it's fun. I do it because I like sitting here talking with guys who have the same passions that I do. I was actually surprised. I checked my my last video that I put out. There was 2 people commented on it, and it wasn't the normal people. I didn't know who they were. I was like, oh God, I got strangers watching my shit. I need to jump on later and answer their things they were saying. Oh man. Oh, my wife quit snoring. Damn it. That was funny to listen to. Oh, but like Do I have a question for you guys? Yeah, Mopar, man, I got a question. You want to come do the body work on my Duster? So you're only like 3 or 4 hours away. I could put you up for a weekend. I would supply barbecue and beer. No, I want to learn to do it myself. I have a hard time thinking of questions to ask people. But Ruben, you were talking. You asked how the Moparty was. Man, you need to come out. I'm telling you, next year you need to book a flight and come out, because it's like I explained it a couple times before, but it's like if you go to a Walmart Supercenter on Black Friday and look at the parking lot, that's what the car show area was like, except all old Mopars. So you're walking around looking at cool cars, and not all done up. There was ratty cars there. There was street freaks there. There was a little bit of everything there. But the whole time you're doing that, you've got drag racing going on constantly. And then most of the time you've got also the guys doing the Dodge Thrill Ride. So they're drifting around the road course they got. And it's just a sensory experience that, and then you go, and the swap meet was like 3 times the size it was last year. There was some good deals. That's what I'm going back for tomorrow, actually, is try to catch the people that don't want to load their stuff up and give me a really good price on some stuff. And I'm going to take some pictures of cars, because I didn't take any pictures. I didn't film. I didn't do anything. It was just too much going on to even try to concentrate on that. And I came the first year. I've got that one video of the first year, and it was nothing like this year. And it's only going to get bigger. I'm almost sure that, like, there's people that, like, they'll say, yeah, I go to the Mopar Nationals. People who only go to one major event a year. This is going to be that major event. I bet the Moparty Nationals, you'll see it start dying off just for this. I've said that my 2 things that I'm going to do every year now until they quit is Indy Swap Meet and this. It's this is just so cool. And Chris, he had the press pass, so he was saying that he even had one of the guys from Holly throw him in a golf cart, and they were out driving around, and he said he didn't even see half of it. Even riding around in a golf cart half the day. Were you there last year, Bigfoots? I can't remember. I don't remember half the people I met last year through Jed. There was a few cars for sale. There was some project cars. A couple of them that if I'd have had the money, I would have been calling my buddy to drive out here with his trailer. There was a 73 and a 74 Satellite, and I wanted both of them. There was I think it was a 6. It was a Roadrunner like yours, and it was orange, but it was all street freaked out. It's sitting up like this in the back. Oh, it was so cool. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, I love that. And I'm not really a big fan of those cars, but I saw that one and I was like, hell yeah. The 71 and 72 Satellite, 71, 72, 73, and 74 Satellites and Roadrunners. Those are that's actually what I want. I'd give my Duster up in a minute if I could find one in the exact same condition as my Duster is right now. But and there was just I'd never seen so many of them in one place. You usually don't see those cars that often, and they were just all over. I don't like orange. This one was orange though. I mean, it was Ruben's car, just street freaked out with Kragers, and yeah, it was crazy. There's one I think I'm going to take some video on. I said I wasn't going to do video, but there's one car that I want to do a walk around on if it's there tomorrow. It's a black 71 Roadrunner or it's either Roadrunner Satellite or GTX, but it was just amazing. There was a red one that reminded me of the green one I had in my shop. It was the exact same, except it was red. I was like, me and my wife were looking at it. I'm like, yeah, this is the same car I had in the shop. It almost got hit by a trash truck, though. I'd have killed somebody. That, and I'm wanting to get Sherry to take a ride in one of the thrill ride cars. She wants to, but the line was too long. I'm hoping they do it tomorrow and the lines are shorter. There's a lot of people leaving out today. What else do you guys want to know? Give me some questions. Ruben's good at questions. Ruben, me and you ought to do this. Like I do the wide guys thing with Jed and William. Me and you ought to come up with a format where we do something with this and we do a weekly thing, because we're doing it just about all the time anyway. Hell, you could host it. I don't care. Or you could host it, or we can just go back and forth. One week you do it, next week I do it. Just do it regular so people know when to come in and watch us. Maybe it won't get all weird like it is when Jed's around. I know he's probably watching this. Oh, did you see that video that I sent you, Ruben? Of me dying in that video game? I'd like to post that up here, but there's not a whole lot of video game people in here. But it was funny as hell. See, I gotta have somebody like Mr. Foots in here to do all the talking. I'm not good at talking. That was a game called Phasmophobia. And the whole premise behind the game is, like those ghost hunters on TV. You go in, you've got certain tools, and you got to figure out what kind of ghost it is with the tools that you've got. You've got to list certain things. But if you piss the ghost off, they'll kill you. And the woman that I've been gaming with her and her husband forever. She's got a big gaming channel, and she was playing with us. She was streaming that, and she took that out of that 1 minute clip out of it because she about died laughing when it happened. I've got a game that I want to play, and I actually want to. I was thinking about streaming it sometime. It's called Car Mechanic Simulator. And basically, you get a car in, and you've got a book of parts that you can buy to fix the car. And then whatever it would cost to fix the car, and you make money like that. You basically, it's neat. I'll get back into it and I'll stream it one night just for fun. They've got a VR version of that Phasmophobia. I would never play that. I'd piss my pants. Well, you saw the way I reacted in that video. That game. Sometimes that game scares the hell out of me. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I was thinking about doing it. Because they've got a couple cars that are patterned off of old Mopars too. That you could buy them and fix them up and sell them, or you could take on the goal. And then like they have a barn find thing where you could go out and you go through these different places and buy up an old car and bring it back to your shop and fix it up and then sell it. And yeah, I think I might. I think I got to get back into it though because I don't want to look like an idiot playing it. Tried to get a hold of Johnny Mopar. Because I wanted to rub it in his face and we went to a cooler car show and stuff than he did. Even though that Mopar's at the strip, or the muscle cars at the strip, that looked cool, but it wasn't nothing compared to what I seen today. I'm on my wife's laptop, so I can't share the stuff. I sent you that van, didn't I? No, I didn't send you the van either. I got to send you the van. There's the van and the sign that I paid way too much money for today. I just sent it to you on Facebook. And then my shirt. My shirt's fucking ridiculous. Here, I'll send you a picture of the back of this shirt that I'm wearing. I don't know if you saw it when I stood up or not, but it's fucking ridiculous. What early 70s? What? Oh, hold on. New window. Okay. Does it look like that? Yeah, the sign is huge. I paid too much money for it, but my wife said if I wanted it, I could have it, so I bought it. I got to make room for it in my shop now. But I figured since I own a duster, I might as well get something duster. I'm just wondering if it's true that, let me bring that up. I'm pretty good at this. I can do this. Oh, wait. I'm screwing up. Is that showing on the. From what I heard, because they had so much success with the Roadrunner, that was actually supposed to be a Tasmanian Devil, and they couldn't get the rights to it. Warner Brothers wouldn't sell them the rights. I wonder how true that is. I think you can, but it would be like this is. The game would be over here. I don't think that there's a. What is that? Oh, something. I'm on my wife's computer, so she's got dumb shit popping up. But the problem with streaming on here like this is this would be all you would see of the game. But I don't know, that might be big enough. I would like to see that, Mopar man. If you could get pictures of that and send them to me, I would really love to see that car. Let's show I have 4 people in here. Who all's in here? We got Ruben. We got Mopar Man. Who else is in here? Ooh, 5 people now. Yeah, but just imagine, and you know what? It makes sense too. Imagine if that would have been the Tasmanian Devil. But you had the devil, and then the demon. They changed the one to demon. I bet that's what that was supposed to be. That's how I got the name for my channel, actually, because I was asking what the name of his duster was, and he's got, let's see. I was thinking about it. I don't know. I really like the green guy, but I wonder how hard that font would be to copy for somebody to do it. Just call it Dust Devil and change the duster a little bit. I have to find somebody good. Maybe Blake's cousin or something could help with that. I get some stickers made. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if you heard that Chris from Talking Mopars. He's really wanting to get in on another live with us and stuff, and get to meet. Like me and him talk a lot, and we've met now. He said he really wants to get to meet all of you guys and know you guys better. I just can't wait to see if that looks like Bigfoot was talking about people getting together and meeting. I think it would be a really good time. That thing that John's talking about. I talked to John's not here. I needed to tell him that he needs to get in touch with whenever they get the plan set for that race. I talked to why can I never remember that kid's name? Somebody help me out. The real clean cut kid. He's got the Charger. He just sold a Duster to Derek. Dylan McCool. I talked to him today. I talked to him about it because he lives in this area, and I'm guessing that the race is going to be somewhere around this area. And he said he'd be there. He said he'd be down for that. And if Uncle Tony can bring in 700 people just for a meet and greet, and that'd be too much for him to handle, what do you think all of us YouTubers could bring into a track to watch us race? I bet we could have. I bet with all of us we could have 2,000 people there. And that kind of thing right there, that could save a track. They could make enough money off that one day, because all they got to do is chart. If they set it up, and then if Dallas sets up the race. Yeah, I talked to Dylan. I'm actually going to go next week and look for he did that video about getting scammed on that Demon, and he really wants one. I know a guy that's got 3. So I'm going to go look at them and send in pictures. But you got so many little tracks that are going out of business right now. I mean, they're selling Sykeston for what I think would be a song, because you get the racetrack and the house that's on it and everything else for $800,000. It's a lot of property too. But they're selling. He's getting out of that track. These little tracks that go out of business. But the thing is, if you got one event that could bring in 1,500 people, and they could charge that could be enough for that track to run off of for a year. They can make all their money, and you're helping keep a local small track open. That's what JJ does with his events. He rents that track out. I know he rented out the video that I did of his. He rented out Bonterre racetrack, and that's a small track. And I know they made enough money that they could run for a year off of that, because they had so many people come out for that one race. Now, I don't think we could bring the amount of people that JJ the Boss could bring, but I think we could do some good and get to have fun and race our cars and talk shit and, get rowdy, and just what I picture all our little YouTube group doing if we got together. How far away are you from St. Louis? And Mopar man, do you have a YouTube channel? Do you? I've never even looked. You know, I may be an asshole for that, but if you had a channel, you need to go down there and do a video on that place. And if you don't, I will. Man, I was looking at damn Powerball's up to $400 million. I'll just, I do that, sit there and dream. What the hell would I do with that money? You guys would get sick of seeing me because I'd be driving out to all y'all's houses. You got to just show up one day. Hey, come on, let's go racing. Let's go to your closest track. Let's go racing. And I'd do shit like that. I'd buy a racetrack and, because I think a lot of these tracks are missing out on a lot of stuff that they could really make some money at, because there's a lot of stuff that's popular right now, but it's not popular with traditional drag racers, like the no prep stuff and stuff like that. Because bracket racing may be fun and all, but it don't pay the bills at a racetrack. Or I don't know, bracket racing doesn't seem fun to me at all, but that's just my opinion. So what do you all got going on? I'm sitting here talking. I need someone to help me. What do you all got going on? I know some people have been to that track, and I will probably go to that track. It's a small track, isn't it? Like a little outlaw track. That's where I want to race anyway. I don't want to race. I'm 5 minutes away from a state of the art, and I really don't want to go there. I want to travel and do stuff and go into Branson. See, now that's another thing too. Ruben, you will love this. The place where they hold this, Moparty, right? I mean, on the same property, the guy has a racetrack. He's got an asphalt circle track where they do other road course stuff and everything. He's got an amusement park and a water park. So if you were to bring out, like your wife and kids, and they don't want to hang out at the track, there's an amusement park. You could, you'd be like, hey, go have fun at the amusement park. And you could sit there and geek out on car shit all day. And the kids and everything could go have fun at the amusement park and the water park. This dude was a goddamn genius in my opinion for doing that. And there was people at the amusement park all day today. Now, I didn't see the one thing. There's a big wooden roller coaster. I saw all the other little stuff, little rides that he had going on. I saw them moving, but I didn't see anything going on the roller coaster. I kind of wondered what that was about, because I like roller coasters. I want to ride the son of a bitch, but there's one in Catawissa, Missouri. That's like, they're like the third largest Mopar yard in the country. And I've met the guy that owns that, and I'm wanting to go out there real bad. But no, I've never heard of the one Where's that? Humanisville. I have to look that up. See, and that's something else that I thought about at a little track to do. You remember? I don't know. I don't know how old all you guys are. I don't know if you guys ever went to drive-in movies with your family as kids. But you had the drive-in movie, and they always had a little playground for the kids. And I remember just going to that playground and playing all night, not giving a shit about the movie. Why don't they do that at tracks? Why don't they have a space set off for kids? I would even go as far as to, how they got those blow-up screens and a projector? You could play all kinds of kids' movies and get some of those you set it up like a drive-in. You get those little cars that like they used to have at the carnivals and stuff, and you just set them there so the kids could sit in a little car and sit there and watch their cartoons while dad's out racing and having fun. And I don't know why these tracks don't do this. I don't know if it's insurance, but I don't see how the insurance, how you could pay insurance for some sketchy car to go 8 seconds down your track and not be able to have a playground. I don't understand that. Because I could understand if I was a little kid, I wouldn't want to sit at a hot ass track all day, But then you end up where you're the only one going and doing the stuff. So even if you win, what do you got? I get to celebrate by myself. That's why my uncle got out of it. Oh, they do down in Bonne Terre. They do a neat thing. It's called the Saturday Night Street Races, and instead of betting money, you pay. What is it? You pay $60 to race. You get 5 tickets, and you can sit there and bet tickets with other racers, and just do heads up racing all night. It's all night grudge racing, and you bet tickets. And at the end of the night, when you leave, you turn those tickets in and you get $10 for each ticket. I would rather see every 8th mile track have a miniature Disneyland than Disneyland having an 8th mile track. Fucking Disney don't need no more money. These people that buy these racetracks because they love the sport and hardly, still have to work a day job, they need to make the money. Because the NHRA sure ain't helping out drag racers. Yeah, just or there's still carnivals that run. Well, I don't know. I think there's still carnivals that run around from town to town. Why don't you call up one of them people? For if you're having a big event, you call up one and say, "Yeah, come here, set your shit up here." You don't have to pay; just set it up here. That'll just bring in more people, and then they can make money, and the track can make money. There's a million things to do that a lot of these little tracks aren't doing. Like that one in Sykeston, there's room for them to set up a carnival out there, off to the side. There is, I know 2 drive-in movie theaters right now. We passed one on the way in too. I thought it was cool seeing it, but in Belleville, Illinois, they've still got a drive-in, and I think the one in south of St. Louis, down by where I can't remember where that is. I don't know if anybody knows where Potosi, Missouri is. There's one a little bit north of that. Those are the only 2 drive-ins that I know of. Hell, COVID just about killed off the regular movie theaters anyway. Now all you got to have is a streaming service and pay a little bit extra, and you can see a brand new movie. That's a question. I got a question for you guys. How do you guys feel about the Fast and Furious movies? Because I personally love them. I love every one of them. I've watched every one a million times. But I know there's a lot of people into the older cars that hate those movies. I wish I could find the ad, Ruben. There is a track up north that at the end of the track, basically at the end of the drag strip, there's a housing development, and there was a house for sale there, and you've got the entrance to the housing development comes in, but there's a road off the housing development that leads straight to the return road. It's like people who live on a golf course, they could play, they could go out and play golf on a golf course. These houses, you can basically just go and, anytime, almost anytime you want to drag race, whenever they're open, you could go and, and part of the HOA, your money for the HOA is pays for you. You can race anytime they're open. It's like $1 million house though, but I was like, shit, I'd love that. Well, I'm going to check that out. I'll check out your channel. I'll sub to it. I'll do it right now. I ain't got nothing else going on. I'm sitting here bullshitting. There you are. And subscribe there. I'm bad about subscribing to other people. I just forget about it. Yeah, I'll check your stuff out later. I got you subscribed, so. But yeah, you really ought to see if that guy will let you film out of his junkyard, because people love that shit. Damn, you got about as many subs as I do. You need to be doing lives. You need to be coming in on this stuff. Well, yeah, speaking of them, I was just getting ready to say that. Drag racing was going away. until Street Outlaws saved the sport, is what they did. I don't care what anybody says. They can argue with me, but Street Outlaws saved the sport of drag racing. You've got a lot more people. Yeah, I love that Charger. If I was ever going to make a movie car, it would be that Charger. And I don't like those Chargers, but that one, I can't say I don't like them. It's not my. See, in one of the other ones, I can't remember which one it is because they all blend together on me. Vin Diesel was driving a 71 or 72 GTX. Well, it would be a 71 GTX, but they could have made it out of a 72. But you know what I don't like? I'm jumping around stuff here. With Street Outlaws is the original 405 show. When it first came out, the cars were relatable. But then they had to keep making their cars faster and faster and faster, and now the cars aren't relatable. Then when JJ came out from Memphis, it was the same way, but now JJ's going to the point where, you know, his cars, they still look cool, but they're not, you know, like Zip Tie, and then that other car that he just bought, that other Chevy 2 that he just bought, those are both, you know, fucking 3-second cars. In the 8, they're damn near 3-second cars. And I can't build nothing like that. It just sucks that they feel like they need to evolve, or, you know. Man, I saw like 4 or 5 General Lees today. And I just started listening to, it was the Kibbe and Finnegan show, but it's a Kibbe and Friends show. I started listening to that at work. And they like, I don't know if you guys have listened to it, you probably have, where they cover one episode of the Dukes of Hazzard each show. It's a podcast. But it made me really want to start watching the Dukes of Hazzard again. And Kibbe was out here at this today, but he left early, and I didn't get a chance to see him. And his General Lee was out here. I wanted to see it, but I think it was gone too. I did get to see 2 of the jump cars. And what's neat is they basically took like all the new sheet metal you could buy for a 68 or 69 Charger. It was supposed to be a 69. They took all the sheet metal you could buy for them and put it on a Crown Vic cop car. So inside it looks like Crown Vic cop car and roll cage, but on the outside it looks just like a General Lee. And that's what they're jumping now because the damn Chargers are too much money. And they, you know, you don't want to tear up the rest of them just doing stunts. They tore up enough of them doing the Ruben, that was Varley's car. The gold car, yeah. And, you know, those guys took a real chance too, because, you know, somebody coming to them and just, hey, we're going to make a TV show about you guys doing your street racing. You know, they could have been cops. It could have been anything, just trying to bust those guys. And I can't remember who said it. Somebody told me, oh, they only street raced because that's what they could do on TV. No, they were street racing long before that. They were street racing long before YouTube. because I was a member of their old forums, the Midwest Streetcars forums. And you can go back in their forums and see how long they've been street racing and setting up street races on those forums. And their list, they would put up the 405 list on those forums. Now, they didn't do it like they do it on TV where everybody shows up in one place. It would be like somebody would call somebody out. Yeah. But, you know, like number 4 would call out number 5 and then they just go race. But they didn't all show up at the same place like on a Saturday night like they do on a TV show, but they were all street racers. That was some of the most brutal forums I've ever been on in my life, too. Those guys were ruthless. What are we, 2 hours in? Okay, nobody's gonna watch this far anyway. I was on those forums, and because of the show, they had a bunch of people trying to join. Well, before you could post on those forums, they had a thread where you had to introduce yourself and you had to put up a naked picture of a woman that you actually took. So basically, they just got a bunch of naked pictures. But there was one, I was reading that thread, and this guy did it. He put up a naked picture. I think it was of his wife or something. And the one guy was like, "Hey, that's pretty nice. You got any more pictures of your daughter?" And this guy fired back. He's like, "No, but I got some of yours if you don't mind seeing my dick." I was like, "Holy shit, that was the funniest thing I ever heard." What do you mean, Mopar man? Like the on the thumbnails? Because I have a thumbnail program on my phone. Oh, it was brutal. It was great. Jed actually does his thumbnails. He does his thumbnails, his channel, you know, the picture for his channel. He does all of that in Paint, the Paint program on your computer. I've actually met Big Chief. And I want to see if I have that picture on my phone. If not, when I get back home, I'm going to send you this picture I got, Ruben. It was when he had the Crow mod. He had come down to Gateway, and it was just for a Pro mod race, an NHRA Pro mod race. And he had a bunch of people show up there, you know. Well, I took my stepson, Sherry's son, and he wanted to meet Big Chief. He wanted to get a picture with him. Well, I told him, I was like, "Hey, just wait till he loses." He's always said that. Once I lose, once I'm not in race mode, I'll sign autographs, do whatever. Well, it was getting late, and he had school the next day, and Sherry was coming to pick him up. And he was sitting in the staging lanes at Gateway, getting ready to to race. And I called his name, and he looked over and he goes, "Yeah, what do you need?" I go, "Yeah, my son really wants to get a picture with you. I know you're racing." I was like, I told him he understands if you don't do it because I know you're getting ready to race. And he said, "Bring him on over here." And I've got a picture of him. Big Chief is sitting in the crow mod, and my stepson's sitting on the rocker panel, and I got a picture of them too. And when he did that, because he's getting ready to send that fucking monster down the track, he's got to be in the right place. But when he did that for him, I'm going to be a Big Chief fan until the day I die. I don't care if it comes out that he eats babies. I don't care. No, I don't have the picture on my phone. I'll send that to you when I get home. It's just the coolest picture. I was thinking about that today. I don't know if I want my YouTube channel to get too much bigger. I don't want to go to these events and because Chris said somebody did that to him today. He got recognized like 2 or 3 times. And he said it was weird. I'm like, I don't want people to recognize me that I don't know. Somebody call out my name that I don't know. I mean, I'm lucky now because, hell, I got 200 subscribers. Ain't nobody. The chances of me running into somebody that actually watches my channel is slim. Yeah, I started watching his YouTube channel. I like when he does his lives. And then when he was making fun of Bill, oh my God, that was funny as hell. Did you see that on that live when he was making fun of Bill from SRC Garage? Saying he was like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Oh man, it was so fucking funny. Oh, I'm not going to stop, I seriously doubt I'm going to get to 10K would be crazy to me. But, if it happens, it happens. I'm still going to keep doing this shit. Like, yeah, 10,000 people watch a 4-hour fucking live stream. I'll punish you with a 4-hour fucking live stream. That's the thing. Have you subscribed to Limpy's channel? Limpy is still doing, I think, let me look. He had a live up tonight, I thought. Yeah. Yeah, he streamed it an hour ago. Limpy's streaming live street races, like real legit street races. Limpy is the guy who actually invented cash days. He's the big guy when you see him on the cash days events that has the light on top of his head. From Texas. They actually offered Texas the show first and they said no. But yeah, he's like a big deal in the world of street racing. Him and the guy from New Orleans, I can't remember his name. The guy who flagged all of the Street Outlaws New Orleans races. They do that down there, down on the pad. I actually, if I get a car, when I get a car done, I want to go down and race on the pad in New Orleans. It doesn't hurt that I know the ex-district attorney for the city of New Orleans. So if I get in trouble, he'll get me out. That's what made me mad is the one guy from St. Louis that, St. Louis was on JJ's show a couple of different times. But that guy that they say is the shot caller in St. Louis, he ain't nothing. He knows JJ because he knows him from buying used cars because JJ comes up to St. Louis to buy his used cars when he was a used car dealer. That dude didn't know nothing about racing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump off here too. I got a long drive tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Ruben. And I'll see you later, Mopar Band. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out of here.